Picture someone carrying a box up 3 flights of stairs. It's too heavy, their arms are shaking, their neighbor is standing right there, door open, offering, "Hey, let me grab the other end." And this person, sweating, straining, one step from dropping the whole thing, smiles and says, "No, I've got it." Thanks though. You know this person, you might be this person. And the world looks at them and calls it independence, strength, self-reliance. Wow, they never need anyone. But I'm going to tell you the real reason, the one underneath the compliment, and it's not what people think. It's not strength. It's something that started a long time ago, in a much smaller version of them, and it's quietly running their entire adult life. Stay with me, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And if this is you, the last part of this video might be the thing you needed to hear for years. Let's start with the lie everyone believes, including the person themselves. The person who never asks for help genuinely thinks they're just capable, efficient. It's easier to do it myself. And on the surface, sure, they are capable, painfully capable. But capability isn't why they refuse help. If it were, they'd accept help when they were clearly drowning, and they don't. They refuse it most exactly when they need it most. That's the tell. That's the crack in the story. Real self-reliance knows when to tap out. This is something else. So let's go find where it actually comes from. And it almost always comes from the same place. Somewhere early, this person learned that needing was dangerous. Maybe they asked for help once, as a kid, and got made to feel like a burden for it. Maybe they grew up in a home where the adults were too overwhelmed, too absent, too unreliable, and the child figured out, very fast, that the safest thing to do was to need nothing from anyone. Maybe they were the responsible one, the one who held things together, praised endlessly for being so mature, so easy, so low maintenance, and they learned that their value came from being the one who gives, never the one who takes. Maybe no one ever came when they called, so they simply stopped calling. Reliable, strong, the rock, the one who's always fine. People lean on them constantly and never once think to ask if they're okay because they've made okay their entire brand. So the pattern gets reinforced from every direction. The world rewards them for never needing anyone. Why would they ever stop? But now let me show you the price, because there's always a price, and this one is heavy. When you never ask for help, you never let anyone all the way in. Think about it. Asking for help is one of the most intimate things two humans can do. It says, "I trust you with my weakness. I'm letting you see me when I'm not strong." That vulnerability is the exact material that deep relationships are built from. And the person who never asks, they've quietly locked that door. So people stay at a certain distance from them forever. Fond of them, grateful for them, but never truly close. Because you can't get close to someone who won't let you carry anything with them. And here's the part that really aches. This person often feels profoundly, invisibly alone, surrounded by people who love them, and they can't understand why. They're always there for everyone. They give and give. So why do they feel so unseen? It's because connection isn't built only on giving. It's built on the exchange, and they've only ever allowed the flow to run one direction. They've been a harbor for everyone else and let no one be a harbor for them. Of course they're lonely. They built the loneliness themselves, one refused offer of help at a time, without ever realizing that's what they were doing. Now pause with me, because I want to be honest and not just sympathetic. There is a version of this that tips into something the person needs to own. Because "I don't need anyone" can quietly curdle into a kind of pride. A subtle superiority. I handle my life, unlike these people who lean on everyone. And if that's crept in, it's worth catching, because that pride is just the wound-wearing armor. It keeps you safe, and it keeps you alone. And it dresses the whole thing up as a virtue, so you never have to question it. If any part of that stung just now, good. That's the part that's ready to change. So what do you actually do if you watched all of this and recognized yourself? You don't fix it by suddenly becoming helpless. That's not the goal, and honestly you couldn't if you tried. The goal is much smaller and much scarier than that. It's this: let someone help you with one thing. One small, low-stakes, genuinely doesn't matter thing. Let a friend carry the other end of the box. Say yes when someone offers to help you move, or bring you coffee, or take something off your plate. And then, this is the hard part, watch what happens inside you when you do, because I'll tell you what happens. A voice will scream that you're being a burden, that you're weak, that they secretly resent it, that you should have handled it yourself. And you're going to have to sit in that discomfort and let it be wrong. Because it is wrong. That voice isn't telling you the truth about today. It's a recording made by a much younger you, in a much harder situation, that's been playing on a loop ever since, and it has no idea you're safe now. And here's what the people around you have been trying to tell you and couldn't. When you let someone help you, you're not taking something from them. You're giving them something. You're giving them the gift of mattering to you. You're letting them feel useful, trusted, close. Every time you refuse help to spare them, you're actually robbing them of the chance to love you the way they've been wanting to. Your independence, the thing you're most proud of, has been quietly holding the people who love you at arm's length for years. So the real reason you never ask for help was never that you're strong. It's that somewhere along the way, a part of you decided you had to be, because needing felt too dangerous to risk. And that little one did an incredible job. They kept you safe, they carried everything. But you're not in that house anymore. The danger's over. And you're allowed, finally, to put the box down and let someone else take a side. So here's what I want from you in the comments. And be honest, because this one's revealing. When was the last time you asked someone for help with something real? If you had to think hard just now, you already know what this video was about. You were never meant to carry all of it alone. You just got so good at it that you forgot it was optional. It's optional. Let someone help.